Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us as we track another round of severe weather moving into Texas. If you've been following the news, you know it's been a challenging week for many communities across the state. Texas is bracing for another major storm, just days after intense flooding hit many communities. Streets are still drying out, and emergency crews have barely had a chance to catch their breath. Now, a new weather system is on the way, expected to bring heavy rain and renewed flood threats starting late tonight and continuing through Monday. Meteorologists are closely monitoring its path, and the potential for severe weather is high. With the ground already saturated from previous storms, even moderate rainfall could quickly trigger flash floods. This is especially true in the hill country and north-central Texas, where the landscape makes it easy for water to rise fast and unexpectedly. The timing couldn't be worse as families across Texas are preparing for Thanksgiving. Many are planning to travel or host gatherings, and this storm could disrupt those plans, making roads hazardous and causing delays. Rivers and creeks are already running high, and the soil simply can't absorb any more water. This means that any additional rainfall will likely run off quickly, increasing the risk of flash flooding in both urban and rural areas. If you live anywhere from the Red River down to central Texas, it's important to have a plan in place and stay alert for weather updates. These regions are particularly vulnerable, and conditions can change rapidly. In this update, we'll break down which areas face the highest risk, explain what different weather alerts mean, and share practical tips on how to prepare your home and family for the coming days. We'll also take a closer look at the forecast for major cities like San Antonio and Dallas-Fort Worth, and give you a Thanksgiving weather preview so you can plan ahead and stay safe. But first, let's focus on what you need to do to get through this next round of dangerous weather. The next 48 hours will be critical for many communities. Stay with us for the latest details and expert advice you need to keep yourself and your loved ones safe. We'll be updating you as the situation develops. Know your flood risk, have a way to receive alerts, whether it's a weather app, local news, or a NOAA weather radio, and make sure your emergency kit is ready. Don't let your guard down. Conditions can change quickly, and flash floods can happen with little warning, especially at night when it's harder to see rising water. Our goal is to keep you and your family safe during this critical time. Take a moment now to review your safety plan and talk with your loved ones about what to do if flooding occurs. Let's dive into what you need to know to stay prepared and protected as this storm approaches. To understand the current threat, let's look back at last week's historic storms. The hill country city of Menard saw nearly 10 inches of rain, overwhelming drainage and turning streets into rivers. Dallas-Fort Worth set a new November rainfall record, with nearly 4 inches in a single day. Over 12 million people were under flash flood watches, highlighting the storm's massive impact. Flash flood emergencies forced evacuations in several counties, especially in low-lying areas. The ground is still saturated, and rivers remain swollen. This recent flooding is a stark reminder of the region's vulnerability. With the soil unable to absorb more water, the risk for new flooding is high. The past week's events set the stage for the dangers ahead. Now let's look at what's coming next as we head into Sunday night and Monday. The weather is about to take a dramatic turn, and it's important to know what to expect so you can stay safe and prepared. A new low-pressure system is set to arrive late tonight, bringing with it a widespread area of rain that will move steadily from west to east across Texas. This system is expected to be quite active, with rain bands developing and intensifying as they push through the state. The heaviest rain and the greatest risk for flooding will be on Monday, especially for communities in north-central Texas. Cities like Dallas, Fort Worth, and surrounding areas should be on high alert for rapidly changing conditions. Expect more than just light showers. These will be intense downpours, capable of quickly overwhelming city drains and causing streams to rise rapidly. Urban areas are particularly vulnerable, as water can accumulate faster than it can drain away. The areas most at risk are those already saturated from last week's rainfall, including the Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex. With the ground unable to absorb much more water, Even moderate rain could lead to flooding. Rainfall totals of 1 to 3 inches are likely for most locations, but some neighborhoods could see even higher amounts if storms linger overhead. Isolated spots near the Red River could see as much as 5 inches of rain, which would significantly increase the risk of flash flooding and river rises in those areas. Monday morning's commute could be especially hazardous, with heavy rain reducing visibility and water pooling on roads. Drivers should plan for extra travel time and be prepared for sudden slowdowns or detours. Flash flooding is possible anywhere within the risk zone, including both urban and rural areas. Emergency crews may be out responding to high water, so stay alert and never attempt to drive through flooded roadways. The timeline for the heaviest rain stretches from early Monday morning through the afternoon, with the potential for several hours of steady, sometimes torrential, rainfall. Localized, heavier rain bands could set up over certain neighborhoods, triggering the most dangerous flash floods in a matter of minutes. These bands can be unpredictable, so it's important to monitor local alerts. Everyone in the affected area needs to be prepared, have an emergency plan, gather supplies, and stay tuned to weather updates. Taking precautions now can make all the difference when severe weather strikes.
San Antonio and Central Texas, your forecast is shaping up to be a bit different from what we've seen recently, with some changes on the horizon that you'll want to keep in mind as you plan your week. Most of the heavy rain will stay well to the north of our area, but you'll still notice plenty of clouds overhead and scattered showers moving through on Sunday. It won't be a washout, but you'll want to keep an umbrella close by, especially if you're heading out for outdoor activities or errands. The rain we do see will generally be light. Totals should stay under half an inch for most spots. That means flooding isn't a major concern locally, but streets could still get slick, so take it slow if you're driving. On Monday, expect a quick burst of heavier showers right around midday as the main weather system sweeps through. This will be the most active part of the forecast, with rain coming down a bit harder for a short time. During this brief downpour, roads could become slick, and visibility may be reduced, so be extra cautious if you're out driving or commuting during lunchtime hours. Give yourself extra time to get where you're going. By Monday evening, rain chances will quickly drop off, and drier, more comfortable weather will return for the rest of the week. You can look forward to clearing skies and a return to more typical early summer conditions. If you're planning to travel north, keep in mind that conditions could be more unsettled there, with heavier rain and storms possible. Stay alert for changing weather and check the latest updates before you hit the road. It's a good idea to keep an umbrella handy and check your favorite weather app for the latest updates, especially if you have travel plans or outdoor events coming up in the next couple of days. The main story for San Antonio is a short period of unsettled weather, followed by a noticeable improvement. After Monday, you can expect brighter skies, drier air, and a much more pleasant stretch of weather to finish out the week. Let's pinpoint the highest risk areas. North Central Texas, including Abilene, Dallas-Fort Worth, Sherman, and Texarkana, faces the greatest flood threat. The ground here is already saturated, so new rain will quickly run off into creeks and rivers. Rainfall totals of 1 to 3 inches are expected, with isolated areas near the Red River possibly seeing up to 5 inches. Low-lying roads and underpasses could become impassable fast. Localized flash floods are likely where the heaviest rain falls. River flooding could develop and persist for days after the rain ends. Residents should have multiple ways to receive alerts and be ready to act. Downstream communities must monitor river levels closely. This region is the primary hotspot for dangerous flooding. What does a Level 2 excessive rainfall risk mean? NOAA has issued this alert for much of north central Texas, a slight risk that signals real danger. There's at least a 15% chance of flash flooding within 25 miles of any point in the risk area. Don't underestimate this warning. It means conditions are primed for dangerous flooding. Prepare now, clear drains, check your emergency kit, and enable weather alerts on your phone. With the ground already soaked, it will take less rain than usual to cause big problems. Treat Monday as a day for caution and vigilance. Flooding isn't the only threat. Severe storms are possible too. A level 1 to 2 risk for damaging winds and large hail covers much of Texas on Monday. The strongest storms will form along and ahead of the main rain line. Winds over 60 mph and large hail could cause property damage and power outages. There's also a low, but real risk for isolated tornadoes, especially in East Texas. If a warning is issued, move to an interior room on the lowest floor. Have multiple ways to receive alerts, including a no AA weather radio. Stay ready to act quickly if severe weather strikes. Don't ignore warnings. Take them seriously. Monday will be a complex and potentially dangerous weather day. With serious weather approaching, review these key safety tips. Turn around, don't drown. Never drive through flooded roads. Just a few inches of water can sweep away a person or vehicle. Stay informed with multiple alert sources, weather apps, emergency alerts, and a no AA radio. Prepare your home, clear drains, secure outdoor items, and charge devices. If you live in a flood-prone area, have an evacuation plan and a go bag ready. Talk to your family about your emergency plan and safe shelter locations. Designate an out-of-state contact in case you get separated. A few minutes of planning now can make all the difference. Your safety is the top priority. Don't wait to prepare. Stay alert and ready to act. After Monday's storms, there's good news for Thanksgiving week. The weather turns much calmer and drier starting Tuesday. Sunshine returns, and temperatures warm up, perfect for travel and holiday plans. Tuesday will be sunny and pleasant, with highs near 80 in San Antonio. Wednesday brings a dry cold front, cooler temps, and gusty winds. Thanksgiving Day looks crisp and beautiful, chilly in the morning, pleasant by afternoon. Expect mostly sunny skies and highs in the upper 60s. It's a fantastic forecast for family gatherings and outdoor fun. Stay safe through Monday and enjoy a peaceful holiday week ahead. Better weather is just around the corner.